So welcome you to this second video on Magh Bihu or Maghor Domahi. In the first video we have learned certain words, certain very important terms like Uruka, Magh, Belagar, and we have learned that there are three Bihus, Bahag Bihu, Magh Bihu and Kati Bihu, and in this lesson the author is giving focus on Magh Bihu. It is also called Maghor Domahi in Lower Assam because it is a junction of two months, Puh and Magh. And in the last part of the last video we have seen that after the Uruka feasting evening, the next day in the early hours what are the activities people do, and then we have found that they burn the Belagar and Magh, and then the burnt ashes and parts of the bamboo they scatter it in the garden, and they have the belief that this will have in the fertility of the soil. Let us see the next paragraph now. After the Maghs and Belagars are burned, people sit and to the accompaniment of kettle drums and large cymbals hold a session of hymn singing. In fact, holding of Nam Prasango or hymn singing is a noted feature of this month of Magh, supposed to be suitable for religious purposes. In this aspect of the festival, the influence of Vaishnavism is clear. So the name of two items. These are kettle drums. These are musical items and cymbal. These are musical instruments. After the Maghs and Belagars are burned, people sit and to the accompaniment of kettle drums and large cymbals, to the accompaniment of means they make use of these things. They hymn singing. They hold a session of hymn singing. H-Y-M and hymn. Hymn singing means devotional songs praising God, religious songs. So after the Maghs or Belagars are burned, people sit and they do this type of religious song, devotional song in praise of God, and this type of song is sung with the accompaniment of some musical instruments like kettle drum and cymbals. In fact, holding of Nam Prasango or hymn singing is a noted feature of this month of Magh. In the local language, in the local culture, this hymn singing has a name. It is called Nam Prasango. Nam Prasango means chanting the name of Lord, name of God, praising God. So this Nam Prasango is a noted feature of this month of Magh, supposed to be suitable for religious purposes. In this aspect, the influence of Vaishnavism is clear. This practice of Nam Prasango on the first day of Bihu, after the Maghs and Belagars are burned, the practice of Nam Prasango, this shows the influence of Vaishnavism, because this is the practice that Vaishnavites do. The lunch taken on this day is not rice and curry, but chira, pita, curd and so on. This paragraph is very important because here we will get a lot of information about different kinds of food items that are consumed and prepared and consumed on the occasion of Bihu. The most important point is that on this first day of Bihu, the lunch that is taken is not rice or curry. What is it then? It is chira, pita, curd and so on. These are the food items they consume, they eat. They do not use the regular food item like rice and curry. One special preparation is mahkarai or mahkare, a combination of roasted rice, black gram, sesame and pieces of ginger. This is one item. They call it mahkarai or mahkare, material. A combination of roasted rice. Rice is roasted, black gram is added, sesame is added, pieces of ginger is added. This is the special preparation that is made on this occasion. When offered for chewing, if this particular item, which is made up of pieces of ginger, sesame, black gram, roasted rice together, then if it is given for chewing, then it is smeared with oil. Then another preparation is tekeli pita. Salted rice powder. Tekeli pita, what is tekeli pita? There will be a question of 2 marks. Tekeli pita is salted rice powder steamed on the mouth of a small pitcher or even a kettle. on the mouth of a small pitcher or kettle, what is done? Salted rice powder is steamed. It is a kind of idli. You know the South Indian dishes like dosa and idli. So this tekeli pita is more or less like idli, but it is larger than idli in size. Another kind of preparation is sunga pita. What is this sunga pita? It is moist rice powder put in a green bamboo tube and roasted in fire. Moist rice powder. Rice powder is moisted, and then it is put in green bamboo tube and then it is roasted in fire. That is called sunga pita. What we people know as that the sunga, that is called sunga saul. It is coming next. So far as the sunga pita is concerned, the ingredient means the things that are combined for preparing sunga pita. The ingredient mixed with the powder used to be salt, but nowadays some people prefer a sweet variety. So when sunga pita is made, the items that are mixed together, there was salt also. Earlier it used to be salt. Nowadays some people prefer sweet variety, sugar or some gur, etc. They add. In Upper Assam, they make what is known as sunga saul. In Upper Assam, this sunga pita is called sunga saul, and it is a bit different. And if you go to Varadbali in our culture also, you will find this sunga saul is prepared. It is called sunga pita again, and we also call it just sunga also. It is something really very delicious. In Upper Assam, they make what is known as sunga saul, the sticky bora rice steamed in a bamboo tube. Yes, in a bamboo tube, bora rice, biruin chaul, is steamed. When done, the sticky roll is made into pieces. When this steaming is done, then when it is ready, then what is done? The sticky roll is made into pieces and eaten mixed with milk and gur. When the preparation is finished, it is ready for use, ready for eating, then it is mixed with milk or gur, and it is offered for eating. In Upper Assam, there seems to be a preference for fried pitas. Fried pitas are preferred in Upper Assam. So this paragraph gives a detailed account of different types of food items that are prepared on the occasion of Bihu. And firstly we have got tekeli pita, then sunga pita, and then sunga saul. Again in the next para you see continuation of the same thing. No meat is allowed on the Domahi or Sankranti day. That is very important. No meat is allowed on the Domahi or Sankranti day. The lunch being made up of chira, pita, chira, curd, etc. No meat is allowed, and even rice and curry is not there. Only chira, pita, etc. are eaten. The evening meal consists of rice, sometimes new rice, if not taken earlier in the month of Agan, curry of black gram, fried yam, and so on. This is what is eaten in the evening meal. Earlier we got about the lunch, that in lunch the usual food items like rice and curry or even meat is not allowed. Only chira, pita, laddu, etc. are eaten. What about the evening meal? In the evening meal, usually sometimes new rice is cooked. If it is not taken earlier in the month of Agan, on this occasion new rice is cooked, and there is curry of black gram, and then fried yam, etc. Next day, the second day, next day at noon, it is customary to take a little leftover rice kept soaked in water and leftover dal. So what will happen in the next day? Next day, on the very first day, whatever things were eaten, and some of them were leftover, some of them remained uneaten. So those leftover items, rice, it is soaked in water. Some people are familiar with panta bhat. It is something like panta bhat. It is soaked in water on the day one, and on day two, this leftover water, leftover rice, and leftover dal is eaten. Is the custom of eating soaked leftover rice a memory of the tribal habit of drinking rice beer? The author is asking a question. He is wondering that this custom, this practice of eating soaked rice and dal that was left over in the previous day and eating it the next day, this reminds us, this is somehow connected to the old practice that is done in the among tribal people. What is it? Tribal people have the habit of drinking rice beer, and the way these people, they use this, they eat this leftover rice soaked and leftover dal. This practice has a similarity with the old tribal habit of eating rice beer, drinking rice beer. The Kacharis, the most numerous tribe of Assam, have similar customs, though these differ in certain features. This is a new paragraph and this is important. Here we find details of how Kacharis celebrate Bihu. Their celebration is a bit different from the Assamese we are celebrating, and here you will find a detailed account of this. This is a question also. Maybe it will carry 7 marks. The Kacharis, the most numerous tribe of Assam. Kacharis are numerous and they have similar customs, though these differ in certain features. What do? They also tie cords round fruit-bearing trees. Earlier we got that in Assamese culture, on the first day, the fruit-bearing trees are tied with bamboo strips, etc. The Kacharis also do the same thing. They offer rice to the flying, the sinking and the moving, that is to birds, to fishes and to animals like dogs and pigs. What else do they do? The Kacharis do? They offer rice. To whom do they offer? We found in Assamese culture, food items are offered to dogs. Here, so far as the Kacharis are concerned, what do? They offer rice. To whom do they offer? They offer it to the flying, the sinking and the moving. By using these three types of animals are meant. The flying refers to birds, the sinking refers to fishes, the moving refers to animals like dogs and pigs. So Kacharis, they offer food on the occasion of Bihu to 3 types of animals. The flying animal, it means to the birds, the singing animal means the fishes, and moving animal means to animals like dogs and pigs. Further, on the Domahi day, they put a mark of water mixed with cow dung. Water and cow dung are mixed and they put a mark of this mixture. Where do they put it? Around their granary. Granary means the stock where they have where they have stocked their grains, their agricultural products like rice, paddy. There they give mark, they mark it. The mark is made of the mixture of cow dung and water. On the 7th day of Magh Bihu, 6th Magh, they again clean the utensils, sacrifice fowls to Bathao. Who is Bathao? Bathao is their god, and go out carol singing. Carol singing means devotional song, hymn singing we earlier got about the Assamese people. And this Kacharis also do the same thing, collecting eatables. On the 7th day of Magh Bihu, that is the 6th day of Magh, they again clean utensils, they sacrifice fowls. Fowls means birds to the Bathao, their god, and then they sing devotional songs in praise of God. They collect eatables. They call this custom of singing devotional songs and collecting food and sacrificing to Bathao. This custom is called this collecting of eatables is called Maghor or begging. They collect eatables. They go to people and they ask food items. Those people offer them. This is called Maghor or begging. Another point to note is that Kacharis consider the construction of Bilagar in their pronunciation and setting fire to them to be the special prerogative of Cowherd boys. In the Assamese culture, we found that Cowherd boys, they take a lead in the making of Bilagars and Magis. And here we have found that it is the Cowherd boy who have the prerogative. Prerogative means special privilege. They are the preferred lot who will set fire on the Bilagar or Magis. Kacharis consider the construction of Bilagar in their pronunciation. Kacharis call Bilagar, and the construction of Bilagar and setting fire to them, this is the prerogative. This is the special privilege given to the Cowherd boys. The boys burn the Bilagars before dawn. D-A-W-N, dawn, you must be familiar with the word dawn. Dawn means very early morning, very early part of the day. D-A-W-N, dawn. The boys burn the Bilagars before dawn, before the crows come out of their nest. These words are within inverted commas. It means in their scriptures, in their religious practice, these are the words. Before the crows come out of their nests. This means very early in the morning. This means the time is dawn. At dawn, the Cowherd boys, they burn the Bilagars. The leading Cowherd, while setting fire to the Bilagar in a village, starts a prayer in this manner. The leader of the cowboys, when he starts setting fire to the Bilagar, he makes a prayer in this manner. What is the manner of this prayer? He sings, he prays using these words. glory, 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 glory to our village. He recites these words. He wishes that there should be glory. Our village should be glorified. There should be glory in our village. This is the prayer he makes when he is followed by his other partners. In the recitation, he is accompanied by the other boys. Yes, when he recites his prayer, other boys also accompany him. They also follow him. He prays that disease may not visit their village. This prayer is very interesting. What is the prayer? This Cowherd boys, the leader of the Cowherd boys, he while setting fire on the Velagor, he makes a prayer, and this prayer he prays that disease may not visit their village. He prays that there should not be any sickness, there should not be any illness in our village. This is the prayer he makes to God. Another prayer is that their village may be filled with paddy and riches. That our village should be filled with paddy and riches. All the wealth, resources and agricultural products should be enough in our village. The second prayer. The third prayer is that their cattle may be large and strong like the rhinoceros and elephant. That our cattle, our cow, our bulls should be as large as the rhinoceros and the elephant. This is the prayer he makes. Another prayer he makes that is very interesting, that those persons who had beaten them, even though the cattle in their charge had not eaten up the person's paddy, may suffer long and much. The last prayer is interesting, that those people who have beaten our animal, who have beaten our cow or bull, even though our cow or bull did not eat their things, still they had beaten our animals. Let these people suffer long and suffer much. This is the prayer, the negative prayer they make at the end. And then he again says glory, 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 glory to their village. This is how the Kacharis celebrate Bihu, and they do it in the same time when the Assamese people celebrate, and there is a thin line of difference. Almost similarity is there in most of the cases. There are certain differences. This is what we have seen, and with this we will end this second video. And in the third video we will see some more description on Magh Bihu, and the author will end this lesson with a brief account of Kati Bihu. That we will find in the next video. So we are meeting again with a new video to conclude this lesson. Thank you very much for being with me.